I'm Dr. Foster, but you can call me Miranda.
Hi, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Squidward Tentacles.
Okay, and we're just going to do this quick intake interview. How old are you?
I'm 42 years old.
You're 42. Okay. And what was your date of birth?
April 12th, 1975.
Gotcha. And what gender identity do you have?
I'm male and single, unmarried.
Okay. Great. And are you living alone then if you're unmarried? Or?
Yes, I'm living alone in my house.
Gotcha. Okay, great. And, alright, so where were you born?
I was born in Shell City.
Okay, cool. Where did you grow up?
Bikini Bottom.
Bikini Bottom. And who raised you?
I was just raised by my mother. My father was absent.
Okay, so when you say absent, just to make sure I have this right, have you ever met him?
I've never met him. He left my mother before I was born, so I haven't had much contact with him.
Gotcha. Okay. And do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. And are they older or younger?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest.
Yes.
Okay. So did your siblings know your father?
No, they did not, because he left before. They were all from different fathers. So.
Okay, gotcha. And have you ever been married?
I have not.
Okay, cool. And quick question, going back to your siblings, do you get along with your siblings at all?
I prefer not to associate with them. Our relationship is really distant and unaffectionate. We don't really associate with each other now.
Gotcha. So you guys don't see each other often?
Not unless I'm forced to.
Okay.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay. So holidays you spend by yourself then, or?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Cool. And so you've been unmarried, and do you have any children?
I do not.
Okay. Cool. And just a little bit about your educational history. What was the highest grade you completed in school?
12th grade?
Okay. And did you like school?
Absolutely not.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, I feel like school is just such a terrible way to judge a person's value to society, and I hated all my teachers. None of them recognized how talented I was.
What do you mean by talent?
Well, the teachers were all imbeciles, first off, and they didn't recognize my artistic talent. I feel like I could be a wildly successful artist if they'd just given me a chance, but overall, they ignored me and left me on the back burner.
Gotcha. So do you blame your teachers back then for any missed opportunities now as an adult?
Yes, absolutely. If I had different teachers, it would be all different.
Okay. And did you ever fail a grade?
Yes.
Which grade did you fail?
Just for art class.
Okay. And did you ever receive any special education?
No.
Okay. And did you ever get in trouble at school, like suspension or expulsion?
No, I didn't have any problems with teachers.
Okay. And great. What was your first job?
I started out as an art instructor at a university.
Oh, nice. How long did you keep that job?
Just for 2 months.
Oh, what happened?
Well, my boss didn't really recognize what I was doing. I had an unorthodox way of teaching, and I guess he didn't like that.
Could you elaborate a little bit more by unorthodox?
Well, I didn't like the way my students were treating me. They were being very disrespectful, and in turn, I ripped up some of their art. I told them to start over because an artist needs to start clean if they're doing it wrong. And we got a lot of complaints, and in turn, my boss just fired me, so I wasn't doing a good job.
Okay. All right. So you have been fired from a job then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What other jobs have you had since then?
Well, since then, I have continued my career as an artist,
Okay.
But that's not really a full-time job. It's really something that is a passion hobby. I haven't made much money from it. So on the side, I have to be a cashier at a fast food chain.
How do you feel about that job?
I hate it. If I could, I would give anything to not be there anymore.
So being a fast food cashier is just a way to pay the bills.
Yes.
so that you can continue making art.
Exactly. I wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise.
Okay. Cool. So do you then currently handle your personal finances?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you have any problems handling money?
No, I don't.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
No.
Okay, great. And now I'm going to get into a little bit of your medical history. So, are you aware of any complications during your birth?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Did you crawl, walk, talk when you were supposed to?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Have you ever suffered a head injury, like a concussion or lost consciousness?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And are you currently being treated for any physical health issues?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. Any medications?
No.
Okay. Have you ever suffered from seizures? Blackouts?
No.
Okay. All right. So, tell me about your abuse history. Have you ever been physically, sexually, emotionally abused?
No, I haven't been physically or sexually abused, but I have been emotionally abused.
Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, like I said before, my older brothers and sister didn't treat me very well. They criticized me for my lack of success. I was really living in the shadow of them, and they always told me I was the son that shouldn't have been born.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So, is that why you don't like seeing them?
Yeah, that's exactly why we don't get along at all.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's talk about some substances you may use. Do you abuse any or use alcohol, cigarettes, pot, cocaine, anything?
Yes, well, I am a regular drinker. I drink about once a week.
Okay.
I've been doing that for who knows how long, probably since I was 18.
Gotcha.
I used to be a regular user of LSD. That was when I was starting my artist career. But I don't do that anymore. That was 20 years ago.
Gotcha. So when you were on LSD, how often would you take it?
Every 2 or 3 weeks. It was just for the big projects that I had coming up. I was just trying to get inspired.
Gotcha.
And
how much would you take each time?
just one tab.
Okay. And now going back to the alcohol, so you do drink fairly regularly then?
Yes.
And you've been drinking since you were about 18?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Okay. And about how much do you drink now?
It's about 3 or 4 glasses of wine. It's usually just to help me get to sleep, though.
Gotcha. Oh, that's to help you get to sleep.
Yes.
Okay. And are you on any other medications, like drugs that you don't have a prescription for?
Yes. I take a lot of sedatives pretty much every night, and that's to help me get to sleep, too. I don't abstain from that very much. It's pretty much an everyday thing.
What drug exactly do you take?
It's intermezzo.
How much of it do you take?
3.5 milligrams. I think that's 2 doses.
Gotcha. And what's been the longest you've abstained from alcohol, LSD, and sedatives?
Well, sedatives is my most regular use, and I only abstained once for 3 days.
Okay.
But that was tough for me to do.
Really? Could you describe more about how that was tough for you?
Well, it's just really tough to sleep at night, and it just feels like it's the only option sometimes, especially when there's a lot of noise outside from my neighbors, and I just feel irritated inside, and I can't get to a relaxed state unless I take it.
Gotcha. And so alcohol, what's the longest you've abstained from that?
Probably 2 months.
2 months?
I don't feel like that's a habit.
Okay. Are you worried at all about your alcohol or sedative use?
Maybe my sedative use. I should probably lay off of it, but it's kind of the only way I can get a healthy amount of sleep, so
Gotcha.
I don't think there's any other option.
Okay. Could you tell me some problems that may have arisen from these substances?
Yeah, it's really harmful on my work. Sometimes the next day I just don't feel like getting out of bed. I'm fatigued. I'm out of energy. Sometimes I'm hungover. And when I do go to work, it's even worse because I just fall asleep on the job.
Oh, you fall asleep on the job?
Oh yeah, pretty much every day.
Every day? Wow. Okay. Alrighty. So you would say that it affects your work?
Yes.
Have you
for
ever
sure.
gotten in trouble for falling asleep at the job?
Yeah. My boss is just he doesn't really care about my feelings though, so it doesn't really bother me. I don't really care about my job. It's not my passion, so it doesn't matter if what he thinks about it.
Okay. Have you had any withdrawal symptoms?
Yeah. I mean, I get very shaky when I don't take the sedatives each night. It's usually pretty much every night around 8 p.m. I just feel like I feel on edge and anxious. I keep pacing and I can't get to sleep.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, so do you have any current charges?
No, I don't believe so.
Any past criminal record?
No,
Okay. Family history of mental illness?
none.
Uh, okay. How would you describe your mood in general, like on a day-to-day basis?
In general, I have a feeling of dissatisfaction with my life.
Hmm.
I'm agitated with the people I speak with. I just feel like there's something more I should be doing with my life than what is happening now.
Gotcha. So, um, do you ever have suicidal ideation?
Yeah, it's usually at night when I'm going through withdrawal. I do have thoughts of, if this isn't going to keep me relaxed, if I can't even get to sleep now, then, maybe the best way to relax is just to end it. But I've never acted on this.
Okay. Uh, do you have any anxiety or stress or worry?
Um, I don't have, I only have anxiety for work, just because I don't want to see people. I don't want to talk to them. But besides that, it's really just more of a feeling of anger.
Okay. So you don't like talking to people at work?
No.
I can imagine how that'd be difficult as a cashier.
Yes, it's tough. It's a customer service job. And I don't like it.
Gotcha. Um, so would you be happier in a job in which you didn't have to talk to people as much?
Yeah, that would be preferable. Especially art, where it's something that I can express myself freely and not have to worry about what other people think.
Okay. And do you find yourself being irritable often?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Could you explain more of what causes you to feel irritable?
Yeah, I guess it's just a feeling. I don't want to say jealous, but I might feel some envy, especially when other people are feeling happy and excited and enthusiastic. It just irritates me beyond belief because that's a feeling that I want in my life that I don't get very often.
Gotcha. So you're jealous.
Yeah, I guess so.
And do you have any sleep problems?
Yeah, I have severe insomnia.
Yeah.
I can never sleep without my sedatives.
Gotcha. So, and before you started taking sedatives, did you have sleep problems then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, any delusions or hallucinations?
No, not particularly.
Any previous diagnoses?
No, I have not been diagnosed yet.
Have you received any psychological testing or treatment in the past?
No, I'm not getting that garbage.
Okay. So I take it that you're not on any psychiatric medications.
No, I'm not.
Okay. How do you spend your typical day?
Well, I have to go to work. That's not an option. I usually fall asleep at work, so that's how I get my energy. The best part of my day is going home, and I usually like to spend time writing music or working on my art. And I do that until bedtime when I have to put myself to sleep.
Okay. So you do art for fun?
Yes.
What other things do you do for fun?
I play clarinet for the local symphony.
Oh,
I really like that community.
gotcha. Have you made friends through doing clarinet at the symphony?
More acquaintances. I mean, we have similar interests, I guess, but we kind of keep to ourselves.
Okay. Have you recently noticed a deterioration in your personal care?
I don't take care of myself that deeply, so not really.
Okay. Have you recently become less interested in activities that you used to enjoy?
Yeah, that's been a slow decline ever since I've gotten this job. I don't feel any interest in the work I do there.
So, like, you don't. Could you clarify that a little bit for me?
Yeah, it's I mean originally art seemed like something I truly and passionately enjoyed, but now it seems like I'm losing hope when I do it. I feel like the cashier job is all I'm going to really end up with
Gotcha.
10, 20 years down the line.
Gotcha. So, what you're saying is that you hating your job is impacting how much you enjoy doing art.
Yes, exactly. It's making the boredom I feel at my job transfer over to what I do for passion.
Okay. Do you? Would you say that you have a tough time interacting with others?
Yeah, I don't like to interact with others, and I usually choose not to unless forced.
Okay. Do you have any issues of understanding or remembering or carrying out explicit instructions?
No, I usually just choose not to at the job. I'm lazy there.
Okay. Could you tell me a little bit more about your social life?
Yeah, I don't like to talk to people unless I'm forced to. The only people I really socialize are my neighbors and people at work.
Would you call your neighbors your friends?
I don't like to call them friends. No, they're acquaintances.
Your acquaintances. Okay. Do you ever hang out with them though?
I mean, I have to see my coworker because he's also my neighbor.
Oh.
And his friend is usually there. But again, they're very positive and upbeat personalities, and that's something that infuriates me.
Right, like you said before, you get irritated when other people seem especially happy or joyful.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. Cool. So what friendship do you have? Any friendships that you'd like to share today?
I do have a friend named Squilliam, but he's really more of someone I look up to. But I feel like he's kind of condescending when he talks to me. He's much more successful than I am, and I'm kind of jealous of that.
Okay. How do you handle arguments?
I usually just let the anger get the best of me. I yell at them, insult them, and it's really hard to get my point of view across to other people.
Okay. Has this affected you in the past at work?
Yes, yeah, for sure. I'm always yelling at my coworkers.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for coming in today. I think we've got a great place to start. We can talk about you coming in for another appointment if you'd like to. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.